Everyone is talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog feature film controversy, including the man who directed God of War, Cory Barlog. Barlog, who has been the creative genius behind God of War along with Santa Monica Studios for years now, and was the one behind the revamp to the franchise with last year's massive God of War hit, has some serious feels about this Sonic. Or rather, more specifically about Sonic the Hedgehog director Jeff Fowler's announcement that, after the backlash, Sonic would be completely redesigned. Yup. Barlog tweeted out the article saying, I quote, "Really don't know how I feel about creating in this kind of world. Important to keep the pulse of the audience, but this makes it harder to try something really different that, at first, may seem like too much change, but on completion might surprise us." Now, Barlog does have a point here. In theory, having the fans be the ones who dictate how something looks is potentially a dangerous thing for creators. It invalidates some of the artistic merit of their work and all of those who work on the project as well. That being said, if this were something along the lines of Detective Pikachu or another massive franchise like the MCU, what Fowler has done, and Paramount and Sega, would be totally unspeakable. Yet, does that artistic integrity still apply to something that looks really awful? And to be fair, knowing the fanbase is critical, especially when it comes to creating something that has a history, is something that, the studios should spend a lot of time considering and going over. And, testing out designs. Just a thought. Barlog's changes to the God of War franchise were a huge risk, so he knows something about this kind of stuff, but they were well thought out and carefully crafted, whereas Sonic's appearance seems like silly mistakes that didn't really have any research or historical context to support those decisions. To those in the industry, both gaming and film, what Fowler has promised seems like climbing an incredibly steep mountain. To completely redesign the character at this stage of post-production is not only costly, but may even lead to the need for reshoots, or might result in some poor editing to compensate for covering up mistakes in post. Barlog is not the only director to weigh in either. The director of Detective Pikachu recently spoke up about the controversy, noting that he wouldn't want to be in their shoes, explaining how the CGI and designs for all of the Pokemon characters in his film took over a year to establish. He also noted any changes in post-production like that for Detective Pikachu could majorly jeopardize the film, but he noted that that doesn't mean that the Sonic the Hedgehog team couldn't pull it off. But really, friends, all things considered, how optimistic are we? Alright, there we have it, friends. What are your thoughts about Sonic getting an overhaul? Share with us in those comments below. If you dug this video, spread the love, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more gaming news in the future. In the meantime though, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.